Welcome. This is your neighborhood friendly Frito Bandito, and this is the episode of Bathroom Breaks, Deshaun Watson and his fantasy impact. So, breaking news this morning, if you haven't already heard, Deshaun Watson's suspension has come out and is at 6 games as of right now. Now, obviously, this could be Goodell wanting to add to it. He could leave it as is, but that's going to come out in the next couple days. Who knows? As of right now, 6 game suspension is given out. Um, do you agree with it? Not agree with it? It is what it is. Look, we're not going to go into depth on why we're in this situation. We're just going to go straight into the impact of Deshaun Watson and how he affects the the outcome of fantasy football right now. Okay, so as of right now, in a single flex 12-team league, I believe Deshaun Watson, once he's in and playing, will be a top 5 QB. 6 games, you got to wait for that. Once those 6 games is, I think the first game back is Tampa Bay that they'll be playing against. Um, Remember, been out for a year, got to get used to his teammates, and let's just hope he comes back and puts up some fantasy numbers and everything. Now, are you a team that is going to be willing to take Deshaun Watson, or are you going to be someone that is have nothing to do with him because of everything that's happened? Look, that's going to have to be this decision that you're going to make. But if you don't make that decision to go after him, somebody else is, and you'll be playing against him at some point during the season. So let's go ahead and discuss that. Look, like I said, top 5 QB. I feel that when he's in, he's going to produce and everything. So if you have the availability to take him, look in a redraft. I believe maybe 8th, 9th round is where you should be going after him. You shouldn't be drafting him as your starting QB. Um, get another QB that you're going to have in there that's going to produce for you the first 6 weeks and everything. Then follow him. Then follow that up by drafting him 8th, 9th round and everything. If he goes that far, there's always going to be that one player that's going to take an early shot on him. So just deciding who's going to be that person that takes that shot, or if you're going to wait for him and see if you can't get him in the 8th or 9th round. If you get him in the 8th or 9th round, that's going to be great value once he comes in because he will produce with the running backs that he has there. Now, obviously, the receiving core has changed, so we're going to see how that impacts him in well, but I think he's going to produce numbers as it is. So in a 12-team super flex league, I'm looking at him in the 8th or 9th round. Super flex league, look, that's going to be a whole nother situation and stuff like that, depending on how you want to draft. Now, QBs are going to be flying off the board in the first 5, 6 rounds, especially in the first 2 rounds. So obviously, I probably wouldn't go after him as my first QB, but I might take him as my second QB as long as I'm in a spot where I could come back around and get that third QB that will fill in while he's in his 6 game suspension. Now, Jacoby Brissett will probably be the starter in the first 6 games. So if you compare them two up as that second QB, that should come in adequate and everything. So depending on how your team lines up, how you're drafting and everything, you're going to have to make that decision in a 12-team Superflex league on in that 4th or 5th round, however you want to go. Do you want to go after him first as your second QB, or do you want to follow him as your third QB? So just depending on how you value him, look, he will produce as the top 5 QB once he's in. Now, how does this impact the rest of the players on the team? I want to say Nick Chubb. Look, Nick Chubb is going to do Nick Chubb. He's still being drafted at the end of the first round, beginning of the second round, depending on how your your league values him. But it's going to help him out for the first 6 games. He's going to have higher ceiling and stuff like that in the first 6 games. But once Watson comes back, look, we don't know which way it's going to go. They're probably going to want to run at first just to get him in the flow of things. But then this is also Deshaun Watson. So I don't think it really much changes Chubb's value. Still draft him where you're getting him. I wouldn't expect higher numbers from everybody else on the team. Maybe a little bit more value, but don't fall into that trap of thinking, oh, Deshaun Watson's there, so the value is going to raise up everybody on that team. Look, this is the Browns. We got to kind of see how the season. So I would be careful how you're drafting the receivers and tight ends from the Browns team. That's my take on the value of the rest of the team. Deshaun Watson, like I said, breaking news, just got his 6-game suspension. Could be more. We're just waiting to hear if Roger Goodell is going to stick with that, or if he's going to try to add more on to it. Just depends on which ways that's going to go. So, like I said, everybody, Watson's back. Love it or hate it, he is in the league. He will be playing this season, and depends on what you want from him. That is this episode of Bathroom Breaks, Deshaun Watson's fantasy impact. Please let me know what you think and where you think his value is in the comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to Total Titles. Thank you very much for joining this episode.